I'm making a new path today down to the Garden of Reflection. So the first thing to do is lay out some cardboard, and then I'm going to dump this pile of pine bark on top of it.
We're going to put in these tomatoes that I've bought as plugs, but because we knew cold weather was coming, I potted them up a few weeks ago and have grown them on. Look at that. Beautiful. So I've got 4 aubergines here that I also bought as plugs at the same time and potted on for the same reason. I'm taking my chances now that we won't have any more frosts, although I have been told that in the past there have been frosts as late as May, but you have to take your chances occasionally. I don't have anywhere warm enough to germinate tomato seeds early on, so I'll be planting some seeds now back at the house. What am I doing?
Planting tomatoes.
Yeah, but I need to dig holes. I just wanted to show you the root ball. Just check, are they too close? We always plant them too close. Don't think there's ever been a year they haven't been planted too close. Right, we've decided there's space for 7, Dan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Even that's a bit tight. Right. So I want to get this good and deep and get that tomato planted down. See how that is. Take it up to about here. A wee bit more. Soil's beautiful. Number 1. Look at that. Nice. Water that in afterwards.
So we got the suspension raised on the pickup. So now I can get down the bottom of the land, pick up these piles of firewood that have been drying for a year or more, and take them back up to where I'm going to build a log store.
So how was the drive?
Good. No worries. A little wheel spin right down the bottom, pulling off, but other than that, absolutely fine. Over here is where we're stacking up the firewood. Right where I'm standing is going to be the log store, the firewood store. Behind me is the piles I've cleared from around the land. I want to take out a few of the tree stumps that are left behind here from old mimosas and level the ground a little bit so the log store's not in a hollow where it's going to get soaking wet. So we are continuing with expanding the vegetable gardens and keeping it all close by. And this is a pile of firewood that has mostly been here for more than a year. But this is a good space here, close to the vegetable garden, right next to the vegetable garden, for expanding our vegetable growing. So I'm going to fill the pickup and take all this up to the firewood pile. Stage 2 of extending the vegetable garden a little bit further is removing this tarp that's been down for well over a year now. Hopefully I can get it up in one piece. These tarps, they really do not last. So this vegetable bed's going to extend eventually from the corner all the way along to the olive tree behind the camera. But for now, I'm just doing this patch between the edge of the tarp and the peach tree. Right, I've got some deep perennial weeds to get rid of. Not too many because the tarp has blocked out the light and killed most of it. I think since I've got plenty of bark, I will make a bark path around this lot, just to keep the weeds in there a bit longer. It's ready for some compost and some mulch and planting into. When the straw is used, that will become the next bed to prepare. I found a grapevine growing just below the wall, so I think that can stay. I quite like to have a grapevine just here. So I've got some chilies, some peppers and a few courgettes to plant today. Some of these, the ones in pots, we've grown on from little plugs we bought several weeks ago. They should have gone in the ground quite a while ago, but we've had a few cold nights. We actually had a frost the day before yesterday, the 13th of April. They're going in the ground today. I've no idea whether they're chilies or peppers. We'll find out when they grow. Now I've got some plugs that I bought the other day in the market. I think that's a courgette. Could be some cucumbers here. Then we'll put these four at the back over here. So these courgettes are starting to yellow because they don't have enough nutrient left in the pot. I'm pretty sure the cucumbers were the small ones. Sorry, the courgettes were the small ones. Don't know where I'm going to plant the cucumbers. I need something for them to climb on. Let's give them a good dose of water. Although it's threatening rain today, I don't think it's going to be very much. So there we have it, another bed nearby to grow vegetables in.
I'm tucked in here out of the wind, and I really hope you've enjoyed today's video, which is lots of all the little things that you don't get to see normally, and all those little things make up to the big things. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. And Dan will be back soon. Bye.